Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll tell you all the place where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to www.PCE 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We have 2 channels over there on YouTube. It's at FYI Radio Show host, Yolanda Hinton, or you can go to Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Miss D and I promise we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
All right, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It is FYI's Wednesday segment. What's under the hat? Issues concerning you men. But guess what? We're going to put that on pause because this is Wednesday's Sports Talk.
That's
Special.
Right. That's right. It's Wednesday Sports Talk. So put your sports on. Football is in the air and get ready for sports talk.
I tell you what, before we talk about sports, let's talk about the little youngins going back to school. I know some of them have already gone in August, but September started a new year for a lot. I know my grandson and so many people in that area. Virginia Beach is back. And we want you all to stay safe. Make sure you look out for the little youngins as they get on the bus. Watch out for people that may be, not supposed to be in places where children are, in on the bus stops and things like that. And just make sure they are okay. We wish them a wonderful, wonderful, happy school year, along with the teachers, administrators, parents. We're praying for you all as well.
And don't forget that there are bus stops. At the bus stops, the bus signs, and when you see the the lights are on and the arms are out there, make sure you stop. If you're between the what they call a medium strip, you don't have to stop on that side. But if there is no medium strip, please make it your business to stop. Don't forget also that the lights are on. The lights are on. They're taking your picture day in and day out when you get into that school zones. And sometimes there's more than one school in that zone. So be careful. When you get that $100 fine, come to your house because they got your picture. Remember, you the one that did it and paying attention to the school signs and all the rules. And teach your children to obey the school rules so they have a good school year.
It's a beautiful September morning. Yes, we're in the month of September. The weather is absolutely beautiful. We can expect it to be a little warmer later on this week, but nevertheless, the mornings are cool, the evenings are cool off, and it's just beautiful. In September, we're going right toward the fall of the year. Summer is just about over, but it's been a beautiful summer, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful fall as well. So, look, let's get to sports news. Let's talk about actually our right here, Mr. E, in the 757 sports news with NSU.
That's right, NSU, Norfolk State University. They battle against this team that came all the way from called Towson.
Yeah, Towson, absolutely.
Towson. They battled against their home team, their first game of the year, and the score was 27-7. Towson University, they beat the Sox off in Norfolk State U.
Well, that was amazing because Norfolk State really had the energy and everything during their pep rallies and before the game. They just really put on a wonderful, wonderful event with ESPN being there. And they had trained. We had high hopes for them. But I tell you what, they went against Towson University Thursday night, and they didn't get a chance to beat them. But their spirits are high. We still have high hopes for them. We're hoping for the next game. We wish them luck in the next game. We have to, cheer for the Spartans. Their first season with Michael Vick, and we just still, regardless of the first game, there are plenty of games to win. So we wish them all the best.
That's right. They got a game this weekend. They're playing against Virginia State. So, this is a rivalry game, almost like the Battle of the Bay, so that they play against Virginia State. So look out, Norfolk State. You got another opportunity to redeem yourself to win this first victory for NSU.
Well, I'm hoping to be at the homecoming game. I know it's going to be ferocious and packed and crowded. Last year, it was a mob out there and so many people. And so, we look forward to some of the games and just cheering NSU on the green and the gold.
Do you think NSU going to win against Virginia State?
Ooh, I tell you what, please have y'all game right, because I'm telling you, to me, NSU, it feels just like a new team. And I'm saying when it's new, you feel like they're rookies, they're young, We're hoping that was just one time, not being able to win the game. We're hoping that they're going to bring it. So I'm just going to root for NSU. Hopefully they will come through. Okay, so listen, we're going to be talking about the WNBA news. That goes forth, Mr. E. The WNBA is carrying on. The season includes the Minnesota Lynx clinching the number 1 seed.
That's right.
Phoenix Mercury and Atlanta Dream securing playoff spots, and the playoffs starting on September 14 with an expanded best of 7 WNBA finals.
That's right. When you look at the best of 7 WNBA finals, you'll find that there are in the playoff team, though, who are in there. The top seeds, like the Minnesota Lynx, has secured the number 1 playoff position and the financial records to win. Then the Atlantic Dreams will be there, and the Phoenix Mercury has clinched their division also. So there'll be several teams in the WNBA that will be being ready for this playoff season.
Absolutely. The season has been great. We've missed some of our stars that have had to go out because of injuries, but nevertheless, they continue to play. They continue to play well, and I look forward to the WNBA playoff season.
That's right. And the expansion team, the Golden State Victory, are playing in the 2025 will feature expansion teams plans for new teams, the Cleveland, the Detroit, and the Philadelphia.
Absolutely. We have, who else you have? You have the UConn.
You
What, the
got
draft?
UConn
Uh-huh.
Pages, the Buccaneers. There, that's the 2025 draft. They draft those
Mm-hmm.
folks, and overall, the Dallas Wings and other keys will be there. All Star games will be there, and you're looking for a great
Yes.
WNBA 2025 playoff.
We talked about this young lady, Nafisa Kalia, last week. She was named the AT&T WNBA All-Star Game MVP, scoring a record 36 points. And so, like I said, we have ladies that are out with injury, but we still have ladies that's in there, and they are doing their thing.
Well, so far, only person that's out there with injury is Kayla.
Yes,
She's out, but Angie is back in.
of course.
She's back there playing basketball and doing what she do best, is bring the boys to the yard, and we're proud to have her out there.
So, what injury did
Grown injury.
a grown? My goodness, that's going to keep her out. I wonder how long though.
Well, that's
Beyond this
indefinite. It's
season.
indefinite because it's a recurrent injury.
Uh huh.
It happened to her one time before, so it's a recurrent injury. So she has to deal with the recurrent of another grown. Once it happened the first time, it's has a tendency of being really messed up the second time.
Well, hopefully she will be back next season. People are missing her. You know, she is one of the stars, and she has definitely made women's basketball a record season with attendance, ticket sales, everything. The energy is there, and they definitely miss her being a part of this season here. But in the meantime, we've had some games, WNBA games, winners and losers. Let's
That,
talk about it.
that's right. You had some WNBA games starting September the 1st. You had the Dreams played against the Suns, and the girl by the name of Hellman, she stepped up her game. She
Yes.
stepped up her game against the Suns, and the score was 93 to
Wow.
76. Was on a Monday night game on September the 1st. Then you had the Wings play against the Lynx, and Collier stepped up to action and hit 25 points and three block shots,
Mm-hmm.
and the score was 96 to 71. Then the Sparks played against the Storms, and the score was 91
Wow.
to 85. These are high scoring games
Absolutely.
on Monday, and Hamby, she stepped up and hit 27 points for the Sparks, and they won the game. Then on Tuesday, you had another game. The Liberty played against Valakai, 66 to 58. And yes, Miss T, she
Mm-hmm.
hit about 16 points to help win the game. But Cloud came through for the Liberties, and she hit 19
Wow.
points. Then the Fevers played against the Mercury. That's where Caitlin is on. The Fevers, they lost to the Mercury's 85 to 79, but Mitchell came and she brought them through with
Yes.
29 points. But Thompson showed out with 23 points to make it a great score. So they got some new games
Absolutely.
coming up and getting themselves lined up for the playoffs. So you don't want to miss these next game coming up.
Absolutely. Make sure you all look at some of the games, you know, at least support some of the games. Maybe you're not a WNBA fan, but at least take a peek. You can see it on different channels, and you can just, you know, kind of get to know who these ladies are and how come they are really, really showing out in this season. Mr. E, we're just gonna roll right over to the NFL because we got a game that's coming up on
That's right,
tomorrow.
September the 24th on your local TV channel. Start at 8:20 tomorrow night. That'll be the Dallas Cowboys playing against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh,
And there's a
yes.
lot of chatter in the streets about the Cowboys and the Eagles playing tomorrow night.
Well, let's talk about the Cowboys and what just happened. I mean, I got the tea right here in the station on Friday about Cowboys trade of Michael Parsons to the Packers in a blockbuster NFL deal. Are you serious? What in the world happened? This is your team, Mr. E. What's going on?
Well, Michael Parsons is a germ. He was a germ. He was a germ with the Dallas Cowboys because he wanted to be one of the highest paid linemen in the NFL history. You know, when folks get to talking about the NFL and they talk about Dallas Cowboys, they put a whole lot of emphasis on because they realize too that every team out there in the NFL has a cowboy, ex-cowboy playing on their squad. So when it came out about Michael Parsons was a germ in the camp.
Whoa.
You got to remember, Michael Parsons was injured. He has an L4
right.
and L5 that kept him out of the game. And when they needed him the most, he was on the bench for at least 5 or 6 games. And so they negotiated with him, want to keep him on for the season, but he wanted to have somebody else talk for him.
Well, they said the Michael Parsons Cowboy drama is over.
That's
and
wonderful.
So is his tenure in Dallas. The 2-time All-Pro edge rusher was traded to the Packers for 2 first-round picks, one in 2026 and one in 2027, and 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark on Thursday. Parsons then agreed, listen to this money, y'all, to a 4-year, $188 million contract with Green Bay, according to multiple reports. The deal, which includes $120 million in fully guaranteed money at signing, is the largest contract for a non-quarterback in NFL history.
Well, flip the page on there, your notes that you have there. You'll find that he ain't getting that kind of money.
Somebody else said that.
He ain't getting that kind of money because tax is going to eat him up. Tax is going to eat Michael Parsons up. So by the time, if he had stayed in Cowboy Town, he would have got all that kind of money because they don't take taxes out in Texas. But now, since he's going to Green Bay, Wisconsin, there's 3 things that he got to look out for. 1, the dome don't open up. He's got to play in the sleet, the snow, the whole 9 yards. And when you got a back injury with the L4, the L5, it's like having arthritis and standing in a bucket of ice because they got to give him what they call a shot every time you turn around before he plays. So Green Bay can get ready for Michael Parsons sitting out.
Mr. E, but let me ask you this. If that deal wasn't sweet, why would he take? He would take it? It had to be. It's something to it. If you all of a sudden zoom over there and they're offering you all these coins, it must have been a sweet deal for him.
Well, let's look at it. It was a sweet deal, but he did not know that this is the outcome of the sweet deal.
Oh, he didn't.
He did not know.
This is his first time getting money.
Michael Parsons would only make $25 million
He probably knows how to wheel and deal.
Well, he got 2 children.
And what I mean is wheel and deal and know how to, I'm sure he has financial advisors telling him how to, protect his money, how to make sure the taxes don't break him or bust him up. I'm sure this man feels as though this is the best thing. It says right as the news broke about the blockbuster trade, Parsons took to social media to post a statement. The 26-year-old said it was his destiny to play for the Cowboys, a team he rooted for while growing up in Pennsylvania. And he was disappointed to see his time in Dallas come to an end. What does that mean?
That means he was not happy with what happened.
What happened?
He thought that he was going to get that money, but guess what? They said, bye-bye, see you later, and somebody else picked him up. The Green Bay Packers picked him up. So he did not spend his lifelong dreams with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, what did Green Bay do last season? Why the Green Bay Packers?
Well, the Green Bay Packers needed some defense. They needed some offense. Cheesetown didn't do as well as they did what they did year before. So they needed, you got to remember last year, if I'm not mistaken, they had Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback.
Yes.
And so by having Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback, they didn't do that well last year. So they're trying to rebuild like every other squad that's out there, rebuilding. Those who said it wasn't a good deal, those who said it was a great deal for him to come over to Green Bay, it was. But the tea in the town was that Michael Parsons was given an alternative by Jerry Jones that he would give him. They would give him the $200 million. And he said, I didn't want to talk to, he didn't want to talk to him one on one. He wanted his advisors to come into the picture. Now, when his advisors came into the picture, that $200,000 went to what he got. He got $200 million. He got 188 million and 136 million guaranteed money. But they failed to realize that after you get all that money and because the Kaepernick, who used to play for the 49ers, told him, said, if you all that great, then instead of you running, you ought to stand there and show your greatness. Kaepernick told him that also. So check your history. Kaepernick talked to him and told him, said that you got to show yourself. You got to show, even though Kaepernick was the one that stood on one knee and decided that he wasn't going to pledge the allegiance, but he told Michael Parsons via text, he said, now listen, if you all that great, show yourself as being that greatness. So Michael Parsons wanted to be like Dak is the highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, I heard Dak chimed in. What is it? What's the word with Dak?
And Dak, so he wanted because Dak chimed in and told him, said, look, we wanted you, but you to be the highest paid lineman, that see, it's all about the money game now. It's not about playing. You got to look at this. These folks are missing games like crazy. New York had that running back who went from New York to the Philadelphia Eagles, and they won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Now they gonna pay him because of what he done. He came over and helped them to win. Now they didn't pay Tebow because Tebow left the San Francisco 49ers and went to be with the Commanders because he wasn't getting all that kind of money. It's a money game that you out here. When I begin to look at Michael Parsons, who was a great player, and then I begin to look at his stats, his injury report, he's an all-star, he's an all-timer. But when you look at him as being a linebacker, running back, guard, defensive man, he's a headhunter, which everybody wants a headhunter. But you want him to be able to stay in the games. You don't want him, when crunch time comes, you want him to be able to play.
But I don't think these owners and coaches are doing things haphazardly. I think they are strategizing and they're looking and saying, the possibility of, it's like taking chances. It's like, wait a minute, let's see what this gives. Let's see if this is going to help the team go all the way. Let's see if this is a good fit. This you got to look, it's a game, but it's big. It's talking about money. It's big money in these games. And so these people not only want to win, they want to make money, and they want their investments to pay off. So they do take chances. They take risk on these players, and they're hoping that these players will
come through for them. That's why so many teams invest in big time names and players.
Yes.
When you look at the Dallas Cowboys this year, you'll find that they only have 3 star players on their roster. That's Diggs, that's CeeDee Lamb, and then that's Dak Prescott. Them the only 3 star players they have. They are not like everybody else with the star players. The star players like Dak. Dak cannot go to no other team because he's a high risk.
Really? Tell us why.
Because he broke his foot. and he has all those pins in his foot, and he's a high risk and high injury because he had it. He broke his thumb also, so he's a high risk, and it's hard for him. Just like Michael Parsons. See, they can close the dome in Dallas. But when Michael Parsons get out there to Wisconsin and his bones get to aching like crazy, they cannot close the dome. He's got to get out there and get them epiderms in his back for the L4s and the L5s, for that spine. And when you get them epiderms, has to get shot up just to play in a game. So is the money worth all of that when you getting out there in the wintertime and you become an old man? I saw one of the greatest football players who played for two squads here recently. He is right here in the 757, and his fingers are all crooked up, and arthritis has set in to his fingers, and he said himself that he can tell when the season is about to change.
Well, I tell you what, again, it's business. It's a game, but it's business, and they are taking risk, and they're hoping that these players are going to bring the money in, bring the boys to the yard, and have a good season. And so, hey, they switch it and they draft and they go from here to there trying to get a good fit. So we're going to see what this season gives. Mr. E, you got the NFL season schedule.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
When you look at the NFL schedule starting from September the 4th all the way till Monday Night Football, September the 8th, you'll find that on September the 4th, which is Thursday night, you'll find at the Lincoln Field, Financial Field, right here in Philadelphia, you'll find that the Dallas Cowboys will be playing against the Philadelphia Eagles.
I wish I could go.
That's 8:20 p.m.
Yes.
And then on Friday night, the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing at the Corinthians Arena in Brazil. They'll be playing against the Los Angeles Rams. And then on Sunday, they're going all the way to Brazil to play the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers. They're going to be playing in Brazil.
Now, do those games count? Those overseas count?
They count.
Games?
They count.
Okay.
And then when you look at Fox, the Brazil game will be shown on YouTube. But when you look at Fox got the game starting Sunday. That's at 1 o'clock p.m. on CBS. Got the game also at 1 o'clock p.m. And you can also put it on 161, and you can see all the highlights of the game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be playing against Atlanta. The Cincinnati Bengals will be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Miami Dolphins will be playing against the Indianapolis Colts. And the Las Vegas Raiders will be playing against the New England Patriots. That's 1 o'clock on Sunday. Those are the games for Sunday. They have not got the schedule for the yes, they do. They got the schedule for the evening games also. So when you look at that same stat, you see that the New York Giants, that's in my division, the East Division, will be playing against the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
And that's at 1 o'clock on Fox. And they're playing at Landover, Maryland. So the Carolina Panthers will be playing against Jacksonville, and the Tennessee Titans will be playing against Denver. San Francisco 49ers going to make their business to Seattle, and then the Detroit Lions will be playing against Green Bay. Now, that's on CBS at 4:25. You can get an opportunity to see Michael Parsons in action.
Oh, wow.
Just as soon as he left Dallas, they're going to put him to work already on this game come Sunday game at 4:25 p.m. on CBS. And then the Houston Oilers will be playing against the Los Angeles Rams. And then the Baltimore Ravens played against Buffalo. That's at 8:20 on NBC. And then the Minnesotas on Monday Night Football. You can make it your business to see the Minnesota Vikings against the new Chicago Bears.
What? Oh, wow.
The new Chicago.
They are the new Chicago
Bears.
What makes them new?
They done got everything that they wanted. They got a good team. They did good during the playoffs, and they solid. They solid as a rock. They playing old fashioned offense and old fashioned defense. And when you started playing basic football instead of looking for the stars, you started winning games. So I'm looking for Chicago this year to do a wonderful job along with the Dallas Cowboys. You know, they do a wonderful job with the new names the new people that they have on squad.
Like who? Who's new?
You got the boy that they traded for the Green Bay Packers. You got Kelly coming back over there to play along with them, and they got a host of others that's going to be out there playing against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys was very smart because what they did, they had some people that they had already on the squads that they had been putting in reserve. Now they're going to pull those professionals out and let them do what they do, see how they do, so we can do what we got to do in order to play.
Your prediction?
The Cowboys going to win against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
I'm sticking with the Cowboys because they're a great squad.
Well, we shall see. We're going to keep up with the games this season. Oh, it is going to be fire. You all make sure you keep tuning in. You know, we have sports talk on Monday usually, and so you all make sure you tune in for our Monday sports talk featuring the NFL season coming up soon. Look, be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor intern, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. If you'd like to be a special guest sitting in our audience, email us and we'll email you back with the date and time that you can be a special guest, or you can sit into our audience to FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful Wednesday. Until Friday at 9:30, 10 right here. Bye now.
Okay. It's Wednesday. I got to remind myself of that. And we had our wonderful sports talk. Look, we're going to see you on Friday. Issues concerning women. We're going to be talking about all kind of things. We'll give you the topic, of course, before we come on our Friday. What's in your closet? Okay, so look, we got some upcoming shows real quick. FYI After Dark is not Monday, so you'll see our replay probably on next Monday. Also, we have Hot Topics. Hey, it's a whole lot of stuff to talk about, I'm telling you. A lot of stuff happening in politics. A whole lot of things happening everywhere. Mr. E has Around the Town, community news and events. Cryptocurrency, this is our month, September. Jason L. Baker said he'll be ready for us this month. Cryptocurrency, money, and more. Relationships, we got to definitely talk about that. All kind of interpersonal relationships. We will have that soon. We're going to basically see you all after, when we change the time, the After Dark, FYI After Dark. So you will be seeing us live with these segments. Don't forget FYI Morning Show, Sports Talk. Wednesday, What's Under the Hat, Men's Issue. Friday, Fun Friday, Women's Issues. And we want you to follow us on social media. And you can also be a special guest, intern, or sponsor. Mr. E has the contact information.
If you'd like to be a special guest, intern, or sponsor, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox us or email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. Or you can just stay on the stick and stay and just inbox us. That's FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com.
All right, Miss Heavenly Hearts, good morning, family, she says on Instagram. Then we have Sheila Robinson. Oh, good morning. How are you? Everybody that's there but haven't comment, make sure you like, share our segments, follow us, subscribe, And we would really, really appreciate it. And so, look, we look forward to seeing you on Fun Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Just before you go, I want to let you know that Kenny Clark said that to the Cowboys fans are getting, man, you're getting a football player. You're getting a dog. You're getting a guy that's give everything for the game.
Mm.
And he said, I love it. This is what I do. I know I'm no nonsense.
Who is that?
That's Kenny Clark, the new guy that got traded for Michael Parsons.
Oh my goodness. Before we go, Mr. E, your hopes for the Cowboys this season, what you feeling?
Well, they're gonna win. It's a division fight, but they're gonna win.
Some of its weaknesses, some of its strengths. Yeah,
Well,
they're gonna win. They're
you-
gonna win, but
you-
what are they gonna be winning with?
They got good players and good squads. They're gonna be winning with C.D. Lamb. They got a boy that's coming back named Morris that's going to be a good punt return. You got to watch out for him. His number is 25. You got to watch out for him. So they got to get ready. You got to get ready for the Dallas Cowboys.
And Dak, you need to stay in for the season. All this in and out injuries. He's another one that he may have to go to because
well, they getting rid of all of them.
He can't stay in the game for nothing either.
Well,
so
they got a new
shall
quarterback.
see.
They got two quarterbacks that they're going to back him up with. Trey Young, he couldn't hang, so he was ready to take off, and he went to the New York Jets. And now Trey Young is really wishing that he never was traded, so he's out and about. So we got some great quarterbacks. Got a new African American brother that's back there. Plus, we got the second string quarterback that's been there for such a long time. So we got a mixture.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to one of those games this year, and I will be there to tell you all about it. Look. Be blessed. We'll see you on Fun Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down. VA.